Club here, back in the Western Town, and today I'm going to give you what you've been asking for. But first up, we have to finish off a few things. So today we will be finishing off the river. We'll be putting all this edging in. Now I've done a little bit more here, and I think that looks really good. I'm going to finish that off, and I'm going to put in all the current ripples so we can get a directional flow from the river. So I've got to fix all that up because I've never done that from the old river. So I've got to do all that, and I've got to set up the Indian camp proper. So we're going to get into that as well and get that all set up. Now, there's one thing that in a Western town, if you're building mountains, you should have. Now, before I say what it is, and you already know, but I'm going to hold off a little bit longer. I was going to put it in the backside of this mountain here, but as I talked about in the last update with the hideout, I always wanted to put a hideout somewhere amongst the mountains, and the opportunity to actually hide a hideout was just too good to pass up. So I used that space back there for the hideout. So what is it? What is it that a Western town needs in their mountains? And of course, it's a gold mine, isn't it? So I'm going to give you what you want today, and I'm going to install a gold mine. Now, I'm not going to go all out with it. I'm just going to build a gold mine entrance. So I'm going to put it on the side of this mountain. Now, I talked about I was going to put another peak here, so that's sort of going to tighten things up a little bit, isn't it? If I put a peak right here, I've got a gold mine entrance. So my plan is to make some more space. Now, one other thing I've always wanted to add to the Western town is a ranch house, some cattle yards, and the like. But I'm thinking, I don't really have the space for it. I was thinking maybe I could try and squeeze something in the corner there, not a lot of room. And I'm just thinking, well, I need a little bit more room for the gold mine and this last mountain peak. And could I have enough room to put in a ranch? So I've come up with an idea. Now, on this side of the tracks here, I've probably got about half a base plate I can give up. So I'm going to move the rail line over half a base plate. So all that's going to go over. You can see I've sort of got half a base plate there. So all this is going to come over a little bit. And then the fort. Now the fort is bloody huge, isn't it? And the problem I've got here, I've got this gap down the side because I've got this gate on the side of the fort. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to modify Fort Legorado, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over against the rail line, and I'm going to put the gate on this side, and I'm also going to shorten it up. I'm going to put the lookout tower in the back corner of it. If I come around here, I'm going to move this over here. You can see I've got junk everywhere, so we're going to get all that tidied up. We're going to put the lookout tower in the back corner, and I'm going to bring it back. I'll probably, I don't know, 8 to 10. I'll just have to see how I go, how it works out with all the cannon ports and everything. So yeah, 8 to 10 studs, maybe something like that. I'm going to shorten it right up, and it's going to be shorter and over in this corner. And if I take half a base plate on this side, half a base plate on this side, I'm going to end up with a full base plate here. So where's that? That's back over here. So that is a ton of space I'm going to gain on this side. Now, I'm always very mindful of giving up space for certain projects because I don't want to shorten myself for the Western town itself, because I still got a lot more buildings over time that I want to add in to the Western town. But I think in this case, I think it's worth giving up a little bit of real estate. So that's going to move that over. So what that means is I can put my gold mine entrance here. The mountain peak, the last mountain peak that I want to do, I'm going to put a little bit further this way so it can come over here. And then the actual track is going to come around here and can come sort of like across where the fort is here. And that means on this front side, I can put my ranch. Now what I'm thinking about doing is put a ranch house right here. So I can have a back patio looking over the river. It's going to be prime real estate for a ranch, and then I can have some cattle yards along the front here, and I think that will look pretty good. So with the gold mine, what I'm planning on doing, it's not going to be anything major. As I said, it's just going to be a gold mine entrance. So I'm going to have an entrance here. I'm going to put some black bricks in there and build an entrance out so it looks like it's nice and deep. I'm going to have a rail cart coming out of the entrance. I'll probably have a horse and cart, some dudes with picks and shovels and stuff like that. If you can think of anything else that a mine entrance would need, let me know in the comments below, and I'll look at fixing that up for the next update. But yeah, that's my plan to get a mine into the western town. What do you think about that? Okay, so 4 things I want to achieve today: finish the Indian camp, finish the river, install a gold mine entrance, and shorten up this fort here and put it back over in this corner and see how much real estate it's going to give us in the front here. So let's get cracking on one of those. So one job complete is the river edging, and I have to say I am sick of laying studs after all the waterfall section in the city and all of this work. Well, I'm truly over it, I've got to tell you, but I think that gives it a really nice effect. So I'm happy with the river now. I'd like to say it's 100% complete, but it's not quite, because this edge here, I want to fix up these rocky outcrops, and see this slope piece here with the cutoff. I'm waiting on more of those to come in. I like this smooth look rather than this, so I'm waiting for parts so I can finish these off, and then I want to put all the studs coming out nice and wide all around these rocky outcrops. Have the Indians in here spearfishing, so I've still got that to finish off. I've got these parts coming from Bricks and Pieces. That's the worst thing about Bricks and Pieces, just takes so long to get the parts. So hopefully I'll have them this week and I can get that finished, because it's kind of, I can't really finish the river, and then I can't really finish the Indian camp, because I sort of want a bit of a scene with the spearfishing and the Indians. So I want to set that up here, and then that will sort of give me a flow-on effect to finish the rest of the Indian camp. So that's holding me off on that. So what I might do now is jump in to the gold mine. Okay, well, 3 out of the 4 jobs done. We're going to skip the Indian camp today, but I have added the gold mine entrance. And it was a bit of a job to make it look like it wasn't just tacked on to the side of the mountain. So I think that's come out pretty good. And if we have a look at the gold mine, we have our entrance there. We have the cart, the little rail system. We've got these guys just loading up some of the fines. We've got the watchman with the shotgun. Can't be too careful. So there is our gold mine. Now, like I said, if you got any little extras I could throw in there, any ideas, don't hesitate to let me know. Now, the other thing that's been done is, if we look at space now, we have, oh, look at this real estate. And we have our remodeled fort. And I'm actually liking this more than my old fort. I think this looks really good. Got all the troops keeping lookout. If we go to the back corner there, I'll put the lookout at the back. And I did put another lookout on this side where the gate is. So I actually think that just suits the whole layout a lot better now, not being as big. And I did put my little scene back in there. We've got some gun merchants coming in with a load of weapons. They're doing a bit of a deal there. And that's just given me a whole lot more space. So now I'm quite confident of being able to fit in what I want here with the ranch and cattle yards. I've got a bit more space here, so this whole area here that's already raised up and comes down onto the flat base plates, that's all going to move over to here, and I'm going to be able to put that last mountain I want to do here now over this way a little bit more, just give a little bit more room in between this peak and that peak, just to not condense it up so much for the gold mine. And let's see if we can have a look down that tunnel. It was just fun trying to build the smallest little cart I could manage. And that's it for this update, I reckon. So a little bit more progress. I actually think my next update I should be able to get the whole lot finished. I'm still waiting on some parts. I've had a problem with a bricklink order. The guys really messed me around. So I've just bit the bullet and ordered some more parts because I'm just sick of waiting. So next time be another mountain peak. We'll get the Indian camp finished, get this corner of the river finished. Someone also suggested maybe some mountains over on that side, which I think is a really good idea. But I'm just going to have to see what parts I've got left after I finish this peak. And I may just put a small peak on that back corner there, just to add to this whole layout a little bit more. But yeah, just every little bit of this is just getting better and better. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm actually going to be a little bit sad to finish this project. I'm trying to stretch it out. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Let's just come back here and have a look at that extra real estate now. I think that just really adds to the whole layout just by not having such a big fort there. So yeah, really happy with how this is turning out. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please put it in the comments. Any ideas, any suggestions, you know what to do. Let me know in the comments, and I'll try and accommodate the best I can. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed and you like your western towns and you like cities and you like Lego, hit that subscribe button, because I've got stacks more on the way. So big thank you for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.